If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First off, it's free. And there are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Then Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many, many more. Then you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's Anchor, ANCHOR.FM, and get started making your own podcast. Welcome to the Yummy and Fearless podcast with the Side Chicks, where we offer our side of the issues. Thank you so much for listening. Please follow us at Yummy Fearless on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and even Pinterest, where you'll find additional content from today's show. You can also listen to us on Apple iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, and Spotify. Please rate, like, review, subscribe, and share. And if no one else has told you today, we love you. Now let's get into the show. Well, you mentioned something about batteries, and that reminded me, you contacted me earlier this week in regards to a topic in relation to batteries. You had an invention. Which I thought was like, oh,
fucking
girl,
genius, right?
This right here.
Except
this
for,
right here.
But you know what gave me the idea? As I was watching Love, Sex, and Goop on Netflix. Or Sex, Love, and Goop. It's Gwyneth Paltrow's series on Netflix.
Yeah.
Which is fascinating.
Y'all need to check it out.
Oh my gosh.
They went places I did not see coming.
I did not see it coming. It was
Child.
Like they had all types of couples, y'all. They had all types of couples. And it was about couples and kind of the challenges that different couples have with the relationships because of sex or in spite of sex. It was fascinating.
Yeah, it was fascinating. But you thought about inventing nipple suckers.
Nipple suckers, man.
Nipple suckers. And I was like, oh,
except
shit.
for, I think somebody already invented it, but.
Yeah, she did a little digging and somebody invented them. But like when we looked at them, they looked like they were so ugly.
They were very ugly. They look like the things
you milk. Put on cows.
Right.
To milk them. There's no way I would put that thing on me. I would feel like the biggest creep. Child, I'd be like, my nipples are not gonna get no attention then, because I ain't putting no udder. They look like you would put them on a cow udder.
They look like you're expressing milk.
Yes.
They are ugly. If we could come up with something that looked better, or
like a pretty flower or something, like
or mouth.
I think a mouth would make me feel like
a creep.
Pitiful. What? Like, girl,
men do that shit. Men have women whole ass life-size dolls that they stick their penis in. So if that don't make you feel creepy,
expression on her face the whole time. Her mouth is, shaped of an O also.
And we know why.
And we know why.
I ain't mad. Yeah. Like, shit. You gotta,
So Netflix, Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop, Love, Sex, and Goop. Okay. You kind of gave me a heads up on this, but it still didn't prepare me for what happened. All right. She was manually, speaking of like milking the cow, she was manually like working niggas' clits on the show. I'm like,
right there. Right there. I was like, I know they're not about to. Oh my God, they're actually doing that.
And she was like milking the cows.
Pretty
Both
much.
of them got their ass up on that table.
Both of them. Like, okay, my turn. She's like,
right,
okay.
oh. Yeah, right there.
Right there. I'm gonna need a little lubricant. Okay.
Right. And she's like, I don't know if I've ever had an orgasm before.
While their partners watch. That would hurt my feelings. You ain't never had an orgasm.
Here's the other thing. I thought all lesbians knew what the fuck they was doing.
I thought they did too.
These chicks,
they didn't even know.
But here's the other thing. She was like the first chick who got her udders worked. She was saying she had a problem.
She had a problem with penetration. But I'm
she sure enough
wondering,
got penetrated that day.
she got penetrated
by a
that
stranger.
woman in medical gloves
In
penetrated
medical
the fuck out of
fucking
her
gloves.
with a camera and put it on Netflix. I'm like, you went
And
hard.
she liked it.
And she liked it. But my question is, okay, but why does a lesbian need to be penetrated? You know what I'm saying? But why? Like, it's not like
That's
so
like
even
saying,
if-
why do men want their nipples sucked? Because men do like that.
but they have nerves. You know, they have nerve endings
But-
on their nipples. But lesbians don't have nerve endings on their finger. Not enough for like the need to penetrate somebody.
But
so I'm just saying, like, why you penetrating this woman?
it's the
She only-
penetratee who needs the penetration, not the penetrator who needs the penetration in that scenario.
But I'm just kind of like, if she don't like the penetration.
But she does, because she got something to be penetrated, just like a man has nipples.
But let me tell you something. Like, you're not putting on those surgical meat cutting gloves and fucking penetrating me on Netflix. You're not doing that. And if that means I never figure out how to get penetrated, then that's just what that means.
Would you want to go your whole life, though? This is your opportunity to learn how to enjoy.
There ain't no way in hell you about to lay me on a motherfucking exam table and put on some meat cleaving gloves. Them motherfucking gloves was thick, the rubber. They were like rubber.
That seemed real surgical. If that was me, that would change my whole relationship with the gynecologist. Like, this feels like a gynecologist exam.
She's like, and now I'm at the edge. I'm going to stick in. I'm going 1 inch.
Tell me how that
pressure?
feels. This is all about you. This is
right. We can go as far as you like. I'm like, how the fuck you even liking this shit? How are you? And then the lady looked like an elf. I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? I don't understand.
But I wonder how much of that was because it was another woman doing it.
That probably was a big,
because I don't think I would, no matter what she did, I don't think I would have been able to get there.
So you don't think, but you know what? I don't think, first off, you're not manually manipulating me on Netflix, period. But if I could do it,
if Idris Elba was doing it,
well,
no.
Idris, he could put me on HBO Max. And I do it.
He can put me on the
Apple
local
TV.
news. Shit,
Right.
He can put me on his camera phone. I don't care.
Yeah, we can go Instagram live with him manually manipulating me. We can make this shit work. I don't care. I don't care. I'd be like, Idris, you don't even have to talk me through this. You don't have to ask if that inch is enough. Just do whatever you want.
Yes.
I like whatever you're gonna do. I'm gonna like it. Trust me.
You can flick it like a like a piece of popcorn.
Just get in there and have your way with her. Do it. I'm Gucci, baby. I'm Gucci. Handle it.
Oh man.
Once again, it depends on who it is. Depends on who. Never say never. It depends on who it is. Because I'm gonna tell you, Tyler Lepley, he can call me tonight.
Okay, tell me about this young man. I'm not hip to this young man. Tell me who this is.
I feel warm all over. Just beginning
Calm down
to discuss. Calm down. Calm down.
Take it easy.
Can we come back to him? Because
okay, we'll come back to him. We'll come back to him because she didn't got all hot.
I'm about to start having hot flash. But you know what? I am glad that those young women figured out their bodies.
They were able to achieve the big O.
The big O that
thanks
they
to
was
the therapist.
And what I learned was, I think, important too, because I thought lesbians knew each other's vaginas. I just assumed all lesbians had great sex. That is what I believed.
I think that I would go out on a limb and say, in most cases, that is the case. I would say that's true for most of the time, which is how they turn out some of these straight women. I'm just guessing, but
yeah,
there is a faction or a segment of women, lesbian women, who don't know what to do. And they don't know how to pleasure each other.
Maybe it is not all that intuitive. I mean, I guess it's like anything else. You walk in it and you don't necessarily know what part to manipulate.
Because men, yes, because we also learned on that show, Sex, Love, and Goop, heterosexual men and heterosexual men don't always know how to please a woman.
Don't always. Don't nearly ever. Don't nearly ever. So like the black couple on there, I was stunned. She literally was like, maybe I'll have a baby if I can have an orgasm. This is terrible. Fucking terrible.
I felt so bad for her too. And he was not open at first.
No, he was not
open to learning. He was like, what's there to learn? He's like, I know you got this. I got that. It fits in like that.
Let's get it. And I stick it back out. Right. It's like, what the fuck? But she was literally like,
the therapist was a little close. You know what? The therapist on that part, she was tripping. She is all up in their zhuzh.
Oh, honey. She was directing traffic.
She was up in there.
She was in there like,
she was
pull that hood back. Pull that hood back. I'm like,
she was like, see how the hood is? See how it's swelling now? See, you're doing great.
You're great. Now, I don't even think I could do that.
I don't think I could do that.
I don't even think I could do that. I don't think,
even with a man that is my husband.
I don't think somebody can coach my husband about how to pull my hood back.
I don't want you seeing my hood. I don't want you talking about my hood.
Don't mention my hood. I am don't mention my hood. I'm not mature enough for that.
Looking at it. I don't want you saying anything about it. I don't want you near my hood.
Stay away from my hood. Stay the hell away from her. Gosh. Yeah. But
let him handle this. Just let him handle this. You stay over there. But he didn't know what the hell he needed was
he had no idea.
So he needed the coat.
All she needed was a whistle. You're like, left, call and play, throw it back in. I'm like, damn.
He needed that. Clearly
he needed it.
Maybe if more men had coaches like that.
You know what? This is an epidemic. And I've spoken about this numerous times, and I'm going to do all that I can to help spread the message. This is an epidemic. People really need, hands-on mentorship because niggas really think they can fuck, and they can't.
They're terrible.
She had
never had an orgasm.
And then she was like, well, we don't really do foreplay. Nigga, you up here just putting it in.
Just plowing.
You plowing.
Bang, bang, bang.
Bang, 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 bang.
And then she said, it was so, at the end when she was like, I thought my clitoris was broken.
I know.
My poor baby.
She was basically like, I was self-conscious because he always says my clitoris is so small. Yeah, motherfucker, because you never get it engorged. Because you never wake it up.
I think the coach told him that too.
Yeah.
I think the coach told him that. It was fascinating.
It was. So I would recommend it. It's about 6 episodes, about 6 30-minute episodes. It's fascinating.
It is fascinating.
I did learn a lot.
They had an old couple on there too.
Child, that old man was creepy to me, and imagining him having sex just made me uncomfortable.
And he won. See, that's ageism. That's what you call ageism.
And I'm participating in ageism. Yes, exactly what I'm doing. But come on, he want to do it every morning.
All the time.
It's like Papa, cut it out.
And they're newlywed. They haven't been married that long. They got married later in life. So he's like, hey, I want to do
that dick though.
She didn't want it.
She like, I'm so tired of this.
But
shit.
she said something that I think a lot of women go through. I know I go through this. Is when you're not feeling sexy, you feeling fat, you feeling, some kind of way. You're not feeling sexy, so you don't want to have
sex.
That's
true. That's true. And you got to respect that.
Self-consciousness, either respect it or help us through it. I think it would go a long way to have some understanding here.
Or you could have platonic love. Yes.
What's that? Talk about it.
What is platonic love?
I'm gonna say platonic love is love between a relationship between a man or not even necessarily a man and a woman, two people without the romance, without the romantic component.
Yeah.
So there can be love, but not necessarily romantic.
And so there's sort of a trend where people are attempting to sort of normalize this, correct?
I think so. I don't have a problem with it. I think that's what marriages turn into anyway. Be quite
I think I could do it. Now, if I could create the perfect world, I would rather have sincere passion,
It just doesn't
ideally.
last.
It doesn't last.
You're gonna have it for the first, year, 6 months. I don't know. I'm just let people tell it.
But how long do you think you're gonna have passion with Idris Elba?
Oh, forever. For fucking
exactly.
Ever. Yes.
There's somebody where your chemistry level is high enough with that you're going to have a level of intensity for an intense long period of time.
No, I'm mostly tongue in cheek with that because I do wholeheartedly believe that even the finest mofo, you can get tired of him too.
You get tired of Idris' dick.
No, don't say it like that because of course not.
That's what you're saying. You're saying that you would get tired of Idris' dick.
No, I would never. Idris. I would
That's
never.
What she said, Idris. She says she already
taken anyways, months. But yeah.
6 months.
But I do think the nature of passion is one of those things that cannot. It's not sustainable. It's just a fact of life. That's just like loving. Like, have you ever had? What's your favorite food?
Let's say shrimp.
Okay, this week is shrimp. Okay, so shrimp. If you could have shrimp every day, all day for every meal, you would get tired of it sooner or later. The part that makes it what?
If that shrimp paid my mortgage and was great in bed, no, and was really nice to me.
Halle Berry, arguably one of the most beautiful women in the world, had motherfuckers cheat on her.
Yes,
let that sink in. Let that sink in. Halle motherfucker shit. Beyonce, the great, wonderful Beyonce had people cheat on her. So that right there tells you that the passion is temporal. It cannot last. It's not sustainable. I don't care how passionate you are about the shrimp.
But men, but then you have to go into why men cheat. Men don't cheat because they're horny necessarily. Men just cheat.
They're greedy.
They're greedy.
So women aren't greedy?
Not as greedy. It isn't that there's anything wrong with Beyonce's, anatomy or anything, or Halle Berry. Nothing. They're just greedy.
Nothing. Part of it could be their greed, but the fact of the matter is Beyonce, Halle Berry, and shrimp.
That's right.
They're exciting and tasty and delectable at first. But you have that shit every day and every night, all day.
You
get tired of it, and you want to eat something else.
No matter how, even if it's how good Gulf Coast shrimp, which I love.
New Orleans. Shout out to New Orleans because they had this bread pudding. There's this restaurant, I wish I knew the name of it, but this bread pudding in New Orleans, of all the things I could have liked in New Orleans, they did have really good, other stuff, the beignets or whatever. As good as that was, eventually, I don't want to just eat that bread pudding anymore. I want to eat something else.
Yeah, you're going to want something else at some point. So speaking of what men like, there was a TikTok video that you sent me earlier this week that made the argument that a lot of men actually like little girls opposed to actually liking women.
What do you think about that?
I think that there is some truth to that. And I'm going to tell you how I feel that it intersects in my life. And that is with my voice.
Oh.
So I have age, but my voice has not quite matured. My voice is not matured. And so there's that.
It's a blessing.
But here's the interesting thing. Men really get a kick out of me sounding immature.
What is up with that?
That shit is strange. Do
they say things? That indicate that they love it?
Yes.
What do they say?
Yes. Oh, I love your voice. You sound so young. How old are you? You sound so young.
Oh,
they're say this, say that.
Oh, my God.
You and your little voice.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And I am very much a grown ass woman, but I'm telling you, and here's the strange thing. Even little dudes in their 20s do this shit to me.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So are they socialized early then?
Oh my God, they are. They gotta be. These are children. I'll tell them I'm older than their mothers often. And at some point we have the voice discussion.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just pushing back a little bit. I mean, everybody has a preference, right? Could it be a preference? I mean,
but who wants a preference of somebody that sounds 12? How is that a fucking preference? Seriously, Seriously. So even like when we started this podcast, like when I like heard it back and like a few dudes, I was like, so why didn't you ever tell me I sound 12? And it was kind of interesting because some of them usually they're like, no, it's good though. It's good. And then some of them were like, oh yeah, that part. So they're like completely aware.
They knew.
They fucking knew.
You guys are into the youngness, the youth.
Child shit.
Yeah. They like flat bellies, like that TikTok was saying. They like flat bellies.
They want no stretch marks.
No hair.
Now here's where there is no question. I cannot compete. Yeah, they want no stretch marks.
They want a little bitty waist.
Yeah.
You know who has that? Children. We used to say that. You and I used to say that about Aaliyah back in the day.
We did.
Remember that? I was like,
oh my gosh.
Of course she can wear a belly top. She's 14.
13. We did, and we were so fucking young ourselves.
I know.
And we knew. And do you remember when they went on BET Dressed Alike?
I remember that.
Do you remember us even at our young age?
Yes.
Like, what the fuck is going on here?
That is weird, right?
That's
we were like,
weird.
That's weird.
We were like, what the shit?
But everybody let it go. Nobody said anything until many years later.
Decades later. But maybe in real time, we were like, what the fuck? And like, we were not the sharpest tools in the drawer.
But we called that shit. We like, this is like that pedophilia here.
We definitely called that.
Get it together, guys.
Weird shit.
So how about that, the baby? What
goodness. Oh my gosh.
What the absolute okay, so help me understand. Gosh. Break it down, please.
First off, the baby is a very popular rapper from Charlotte, North Carolina. And
he got some bops.
He's got some bops. He is actually talented. In terms of his character, that's debatable, but he is talented. And he recently just got out of the hot seat because he had a big controversy because he said some terrible things about homosexuality and HIV at the Rolling Loud concert. And as a result, he was taken off a lot of...
Canceled? Was he canceled?
Canceled. He was canceled. So he was just getting back into the good graces, and he Instagram live an argument that he had with a young woman that he has a child with that he described as his certified side bitch. Those are his words, not mine.
Now, well, talk about who his young lady friend is that he has.
Her name is it Danny Lay or Danny Lee?
Damn if I know, but
same difference. So he came home apparently and asked her to get the fuck out of his condo with the baby.
Why?
In the middle of the night.
With her baby? He told her and the baby to get out?
Her and the baby to get to step in.
And this is his child.
And it's his child.
That's not a good look.
His child.
That's not a good look.
But no, it's a terrible look. But she's the third baby mama. So, but he Instagram lived it, and she ended up getting charged with 2 accounts of simple assault.
She was charged. Simple assault. Why? Wait, did the cops see her do something, or that's unheard of for a female to charge?
Yeah, but he was claiming that he did that to protect himself because she was attacking him and she wouldn't leave.
There's so many things wrong with so many things
wrong
it's
like
that.
Where do you even start? So here's the question. So what would you do if you were her in that situation? For whatever reason, he came home and was like, get out. Apparently he offered her the opportunity to go to a hotel though. Well, what would you do?
Part of me thinks about the fact that he humiliated me on a national platform. So there's that. So there's some pride involved. So pride wants to say that, oh, I'm out. You ain't never, not only am I out, but peace, 2 fingers. If I never talk to you again, I will be okay. On the other hand, this is the father of her child. I still think that I probably would have somebody telling me to leave and get out of their house. That's fucked up to me. That's just like, especially if I'm the mother of your child, that's like really.
Right.
But having said that, I don't know what she did. I don't know if she got charged with assault. She must have done something.
So when she did her rebuttal of sorts, she claims that he got upset because she had a plan B delivered to the condo because she said that he just wants to keep coming in her without any responsibility.
What the?
What the
girl? Absolute? What?
The level of ratchetness of this story just won't stop.
Wait a minute. Let me make sure. I hope that I hope that I got this wrong. Apparently there was a disagreement because she had a plan B delivered to the house.
Yeah.
The reason why she had that. So plan B, what is that? That's like a birth control or?
It's like this shit is actually after our time period, clearly. It's a thing where like if once you've been, to use her terms, nutted in, that you can get a plan B and it'll keep you from getting pregnant, I guess, something to that. So it's like you can take them. And that's a very common thing that girls do now.
This is getting
to take the plan B. You could
These are
not,
people who do not need to procreate. I'm just saying.
No,
They do not
this
need
is
to
somebody's
procreate.
parents. This is somebody's
scary.
parents. Yes, it's somebody's parents.
There's so many fucking things wrong with this. Oh gosh.
Yes. So after all of this, so she did not leave. She ended up staying. And the next day, he decides to basically do a press conference of sorts
Oh no.
in his condo.
No.
She, I guess, was in the back room when it started. And he's like telling his side of the story. And she, at some point, I guess, hears him and she comes out of the room and the hysterics begin all over again.
What?
And at that point, she says, so when he said that she was never his girl and she was a certified side bitch, which I don't know where you get certification for this side.
Right. I mean, I didn't even go to school for that. So how can I be certified?
I don't know if it's like getting an MBA, but she has it according to him.
Did you certify me?
Right.
No.
And then she says, what are you talking about? You just came in me last night.
What?
I'm kidding.
I'm done.
I'm like,
this is ridiculous.
Off,
it's ridiculous now.
That's correct. Why do you keep informing us of him ejaculating
this
in
is
you?
ridiculous.
That's one.
They're
two.
I want to say the R word. You know I want to say the R word, but I'm not going to.
Oh my gosh. Two, last night he called the police on you and live streamed it, and he was able to still go lay down with you, have sex, and nut in you, and you decided to tell us via Instagram Live.
How these are parents of someone. Guys, this is
crazy. But I've heard people be like, well, what was she supposed to do? She can't leave. She can't do anything. Like, I'm going to say this. This is the reality of this situation. You got pregnant by a motherfucking fool. Okay?
And
guess what? And she is a fool herself. And that's the other thing. It's like, he didn't just start being no asshole. Okay. He did not just start. He been this way. But you ain't the first woman to get pregnant by a damn fool. Okay. So if this motherfucker wants you to get out of his condo, do you know what you do? You get the fuck out of his condo.
Peace out. See you later.
Then leave.
But she doesn't have that. She has some issues that don't allow her to make good choices. She's making terrible choices.
You became baby mama number 3. So already I'm questioning all of your judgment. He's not the only crazy person here.
She makes, I don't even think he's crazy. I think he's crazy like a fox. I mean, what did he say to you after telling you to get the fuck out with the baby that he helped
and
create?
Then you climb up on me?
And
Are
then
you crazy?
What did he say to you last night that made him able to do that? So this is buckets of dysfunction.
Nuts. But I'm gonna tell you this. Then he was like, when he said you were never my girl, she's like, never your girl. So then she starts naming like all the things that were like kind of made her his girl. But
okay,
at no point,
she's not well.
She's not well. At no point did she ever say, you asked me to be in a monogamous relationship with me. She never said that. You want to know why? Because that never happened. Because what he did was run the oldest game on earth on you. Okay. That nigga ain't never asked you to be in a relationship. Just because he bought you a few things, he hung out with you, and to use your language, he kept coming in you.
Oh my gosh.
But you were not in a relationship. And that's the oldest hustle in the world. That one right there.
There's a lesson here. I'm thinking for young women.
Don't fuck the baby.
Number one. Can we start there? He's never going to make you his wife.
No.
Ever.
No.
If that's what you're looking for, forget about it with the baby. The baby. He calls himself the baby.
Duh. Not even the baby. The baby.
So that makes you the baby mama, the baby mama of the baby.
You are the baby's mama.
which makes you the dumbass.
The dumbest.
Oh, let's move
the
on.
Damn fool.
To me, if you have any ounce of sense, any iota of sense, and I don't think you have to be middle-aged to know this, because I don't think I would have gone out like that. I don't think I would have gone out like that at that age. Just don't fuck the baby.
He could don't fuck the baby. He could live stream all he want, because the only thing you would see is me packing my shit. All right. And all I know is never again in life will I ever be in a situation like this with the baby, with this the motherfucker ever. That I can promise you.
Shame
all right.
on me.
So if I can have a moment to speak to your followers, I can guarantee you this: I would never again in life be in this situation. So no.
I mean, let me just say, I just got to say one more thing about that. Speaking of saying something to all his followers, you mean to tell me of all the things you could have said, you're gonna say, I was never your woman. That's what you came up with?
Right.
That's what you are indignant about, bitch. Okay.
Right. Yes, that's the thing that got you. That's the thing that got you like pissed. Like the fuck?
You're slow. You're off. Okay. This is not, you know what I want to say, but I'm gonna say you're not well. Let's just say you're not well. Get yourself some help. Danny Lay. Get yourself some help.
And you know what? As cliche as this sound, ain't no way in hell Danny Lay loves herself. Ain't no way in hell.
Where's her mother and her father? She's young enough. They should still be giving her counsel. Involved. She does not have wise counsel,
or she ain't listening to it, which is highly possible.
That is possible. That is possible.
You know, she could be stuck on stupid
with the baby. Anyways, on that note, yeah. Yes. So what else we got? Lil Nas X.
Oh yeah.
I think he's so cute.
He's adorable. He's such a pretty little man.
He's so cute. And he got the GQ Man of the Year. Wasn't he named GQ Man of the Year?
I believe so.
What a cutie.
What a cutie.
He would have my vote.
Yeah, I'm excited for him and his success.
And guys, don't be alarmed by him having sex with the devil, because that's not real. That's just he's just doing that for clicks.
And as far as we know, there's no way to possibly actually have sex with the devil.
Exactly.
So calm down.
I don't know. Yeah. If the devil even has a penis, I don't think he would be using it.
He's probably a bottom anyway. Right. Yeah. So
give a little Nas X.
Right.
So calm down. It's not.
It's not real, but
so Yummy Fearless award. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, Yummy Fearless. Yeah, let's do that. I was gonna go to
let's talk about
it, but
he can get it. Let's talk about he can get it. Yeah.
When he can get it, yeah. So he can get it. We haven't done it. He can get it in a while, and
want to do
there's
three?
Always
offer three. You got 3 entries today.
I got 2.
Okay, 2's good.
I have 2 entries. Well, I have 3. I have 3. So my first entry is Ryan Henry. Ryan from Black Ink Chicago.
Oh wow, let me look him up.
Girl, please look him up. He is delicious.
You promise?
I promise. And I love his long hair. I love him with long. I thought he was cute with, when he had a regular short hair, but his long hair and he just be styling it.
Yeah,
so
he is a cutie.
He is such a cutie, and his body is really yummy, if you will, as well. But
he has a lot of his hair is super long.
His hair is long. It's beautiful, but Ryan could get it over and over. Even my mama likes him.
Really? Oh
yeah,
my
she
goodness.
be watching Black Ink Chicago just for Ryan.
And he's in Chicago?
I know. He's in Chicago.
We have to go see him.
Yeah.
He's right there.
He could get it. I'd give it to him.
Okay.
So this next person he's so important that I'm going to give him 2 spots.
Oh my gosh. Who?
Yeah, I'm going to give him 2 spots.
Who?
Tyler Lepley.
Tyler Lepley.
Oh, he might be. He definitely is perfection for me.
Let me see what he looks like.
Tyler Lepley.
Oh, wow. He is beautiful.
He's beautiful. I love his tattoos. He's so fucking cute. He has a beautiful smile. He has those beautiful, like, deep set bedroom eyes. He's gorgeous.
Yeah. Is he heterosexual?
He is heterosexual. He's very heterosexual. Yeah. He probably got his start, at least from what I noticed, on some Tyler Perry. He used to be on the Haves and the Have Nots.
Oh, Oh, I see.
And now he's on P-Valley on Star. He plays the character Diamond on there. I think he also raps. He is so beautiful.
What's the character Diamond do?
I think he's a bouncer at the strip club.
Oh.
You haven't watched that show? Girl, that show is so good.
I got to see this.
Girl, that show is
What's it about?
It's a black strip club in the South, which this sounds like so terrible. You have got to watch P-Valley. I can't wait for season 2.
He's got a great body. My goodness.
He is perfect. So we're doing 3, but he so
takes
important
2
to me.
spots.
But he takes 2 spots. 2
Oh.
spots. So if I could get anything for Christmas this year, I want him. I want him. Please.
Wrap him up, put him under the tree.
Put him under the tree. Then
for Yummy.
Bring him to my bedroom.
Young man.
Right.
I'm
young
not
man.
wearing any panties.
Marcus.
Oh, okay. I got one.
Okay.
Gosh, mine might pale in comparison. Maybe you should have gone last. I don't know if I want to tell mine now.
I got one of yours written down in case you forget.
So one of mine is the guy from the commercial. You know what I'm talking about?
The
Capital One commercial.
Guy?
Yeah, Jeremy Grant.
Okay.
I think he's so cute. He's got like a cute thing happening.
Yeah.
He's slim. I think he's a model. He's probably a male model. Jeremy Grant. I had to look his name up because he's always on the Capital One commercials. I got 2. One is they're both named Chris. So one is Chris Paul and one is Chris Jackson. Those are my 3. Chris Jackson. Paul. Chris Paul is a basketball player.
The basketball player? Oh, okay. Really?
Yes.
He's cute.
He's always been on my list. He's always
got like pretty eyes.
He's got he's such a cute. And then Chris Jackson, who played George Washington in Hamilton.
Wow, Hamilton just got full of your he can get it.
It's really fun. I think that might be the last one for him.
Bang, 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 bang. Yeah. Okay, George.
Which is not like me at all because it seems like he would be like a choir guy and
right.
Nothing against choir guys, but I usually like really manly men. He's very, he's got some energy.
Is he heterosexual?
I do believe he is. I do believe he is. He also played in The Heights. He played in The Heights, which came out this past summer. Okay. Which was also Lin-Manuel Miranda's musical. So he played.
Okay.
But he's so talented. He can sing, and he's got like this. I guess because he was George Washington. The whole George Washington thing is what got me, though. He had like a really strong ballad in the.
Oh wow!
Play. His energy. He's just got like real macho energy that I
like that. I'm so into like harsh masculinity. That's not how I wanted to describe that, but you know where I'm going with that. Not harsh masculinity, but I think you're missing somebody that you mentioned previously that I thought would make your list today.
Who?
Jeff Bezos.
Oh, hell yeah. He can totally get it. Yeah, Jeff Bezos.
Which
I'm here for
is
Jeff.
fascinating that Jeff Bezos can get it.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos is okay with me. He's all right with me. I don't have any problems with Jeff Bezos. It's unlike the other dudes who had really big tech companies.
That's true.
Jeff Bezos got swag. I like him.
Should we put a rule in for that he can get it? You have to really be able and want to have sex with these people.
You have to really be down for that.
To actually exchange body fluids. That is real.
You would be down.
You are willing to drain Jeff Bezos' balls. Is that what you're saying?
All day long.
Okay.
Hell to the yeah.
Okay.
Hell to the. I bet you he got BDE. Jeff Bezos got BDE.
Does. And there's a million reasons, a billion reasons why.
A billion reasons.
Shit. Hey,
I'm down. Yes, he gets on the list. He may actually rise to number 1 right now, unless he says something really stupid, which men are prone to do. That would be the only way he would be knocked off. But right now, I'm okay with him. He's good.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
He's all right with me. Yep.
That's good shit. That is good shit. Well, that's our time. We appreciate everyone listening. It means so much to us. And
really
thanks for
does.
supporting the other episodes. We sure appreciate it. Make sure you follow us.
Follow us at Yummy Fearless on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and even Pinterest.
Yes.
Come see us. Tell us who makes your list, and tell us what we got wrong or right here today. We want to know what you think.
That's right.
All right. In the meantime,
we're out.
Thank you for listening. If you like what you heard, review, subscribe, and share. It helps other listeners find us. And don't forget to follow us at Yummy Fearless on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and even Pinterest, where you'll find additional content from today's show and also our highly curated He Can Get It list. As always, you can listen to the Yummy and Fearless podcast with the Side Chicks on Apple iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, and Spotify. And if no one else has told you today, we love you and thank you so much for listening.